Okay, sure, Rock Band Blitz isn't exactly Rock Band. But in Blitz, Harmonix has found a devious new way to make us obsess over our depressingly engorged music libraries. Its fast-paced, plate-spinning gameplay isn't altogether dissimilar from the developer's PSP offering, Rock Band Unplugged. But that style of track-switching action has been upgraded a good bit here. Not only does it support every single song in your Rock Band library, but its host of social features provide ample reason to keep coming back, trying to best your buddies at their high scores, or just trying to take the overall top slot on the leaderboard. I'm number 8, by the way. Overall, number 8. You know, I don't know what Activision didn't see in Sleeping Dogs, but as far as I'm concerned, their loss is our gain. Sleeping Dogs may borrow a number of elements from other games, but it's the elements that it chooses to take and refine that really make it stand out. Most notably, it's the combat. I mean, honestly, when was the last time you had any real fun playing hand-to-hand combat in an open world game? Me? Hardly ever. But Sleeping Dogs' mixed martial arts combat system is an absolute joy to play around with. Couple that fact with Sleeping Dogs' tremendous visual presentation, especially on the PC, its solid little undercover cop storyline, and its ample world to explore, and it's hard to look at Sleeping Dogs as anything other than a great success. So, FTL is Oregon Trail in space, and it's awesome. What else do I need to say? I love what Jonathan Mack does. Everyday Shooter is still one of my favorite PSN titles ever, and Sound Shapes is a more than worthy successor to that game. Unsurprisingly, I am a big fan of games that merge music and gameplay in interesting ways, and Sound Shapes most certainly does that. The Beck-composed levels are absolutely some of my favorite levels played in any game this year, and I'm still discovering new levels created by other users. It's not like there's been much going on with the Vita this year, but Sound Shapes has essentially been the lone game keeping the dust off my system. Hey, remember Wii games? You know, generally it's kind of okay if you don't, but you should remember Rhythm Heaven Fever, especially if you're partial to things that are completely insane, as I am. Now, this might not be the absolute best of the Rhythm Heaven series, but Fever is as close you could probably get to capturing the bonkers spirit of its handheld predecessors. Honestly, I'd probably just give this game the nod merely for the pro wrestling interview minigame, but there are plenty of other great minigames featured here as well.
Is that true?
Huh? Yeah. In my estimation, Forza Horizon probably should have been a disaster. The very idea of taking Forza's simulation racing mechanics and transporting them into an arcadey open world that seems plucked right out of the early 2000s music festival culture just sounds like a really bad idea. So give developer Playground Games some serious credit for taking this ungainly sounding idea and turning it into something that's actually genuinely awesome. This hasn't exactly been a banner year for driving games, but Horizon isn't just good by comparison. Its tight driving mechanics and addictive open world design easily qualify it as one of my favorites of the year. Alright kiddies, confession time. I don't really know that much about XCOM. I mean, I know what it is, but I only barely played it back when people were, actually playing XCOM. So I'm not even going to try and compare Enemy Unknown to XCOMs of yesteryear because I only have a vague semblance of an idea what such comparisons even mean. What I can say is that no strategy game hooked me this year the way Enemy Unknown did. I don't even traditionally play games like this, and I've sunk dozens upon dozens of hours into my desperate quest to rid the world of alien scum. Now, my losses may have been catastrophic, but damn it if I don't just keep coming back for more. Oh, what a dark, nasty, brutal little game Hotline Miami is. It's unflinchingly violent, wonderfully atmospheric, and also just a hell of a lot of fun to play. Though, I mean, if I'm honest with myself, the detail that really stands out to me the most is the soundtrack. The grimy, 8-bit 80s aesthetics and the blast beat gunplay are great, but it's the unnervingly seedy soundtrack that glues all of Hotline Miami's various aspects into a coherent whole. It's more than just a great soundtrack, of course, but it's one of the best current examples of music turning a game into something greater than it would ostensibly appear. And here's the other great 2012 example of music all but making a game. Journey, of course, is also one of the most visually resplendent games of the year, and its simple yet effective mechanics go a long way to helping you to lose yourself in the experience. But the now Grammy Award-nominated soundtrack by Austin Wintory is what sells the emotional undertones of Journey. This is an abstract, sometimes opaque game, not big on dishing out exposition or details, but Wintory's music never fails to capture the emotional resonance of each and every scene. It's really, truly amazing stuff. I don't know if I've ever loved a game so much for its storytelling and character building than The Walking Dead. I mean, it's certainly not for its gameplay, which is, entirely functional and generally unobtrusive. Rather, it's Telltale's heavy focus on the source material's knack for crafting tragic human drama around a fantastically grim backdrop. In Lee and Clementine, the first season's primary protagonists, Telltale has crafted two wholly believable, malleable, and frankly fascinating people of disparate origins who, nonetheless, bond in the wake of a worldwide calamity. As the episodes go on, you gain and lose members of your party with great regularity. But Telltale's scripting is so good that even the most minor characters meeting their grisly fates proves incredibly affecting. This is not a game that shies away from making you do terrible things, but it allows you to explore the consequences of those actions, statements, and simple interactions in a way that's simply brilliant. This is what episodic gaming can and should be.